The second book.
You've mentioned that before, yes. Also, I clicked enter right when you said that. I already had the thing typed up. Hi, welcome to What Are We Reading, where we're absolute professionals.
Oh yeah, so professional.
Oh, you were serious.
Have we ever been professional in this, like, at all?
No.
No.
Right.
Nope. Not at all.
No.
We just got done
The
with a conversation of things we don't want to tell any of you, so...
Well, don't... Okay, you can outright say it. That's fine, I guess.
The audience has things that they don't need to know.
Tom is scared of tomatoes. There you go. You know it.
Yeah.
God damn it! Why'd you have to
he
tell
watched
everyone?
He watched Attack of the Killer Tomatoes once when he was like 5, and it traumatized him.
My God, yes. Those fucking...
Wait, did I say 5? I meant 15.
No. When I was 15, I was living in a haunted house, so that was something else entirely.
Oh, fun. I
I'm
always wanted to try that at some point. Unfortunately, most of the spirits around me are just mine.
Right, so
I need to get that sorted out.
Back at it with Godzilla.
We finished off halfway through chapter 5 last time, because, wow, these chapters can get long sometimes, we get easily distracted.
And life happens, so...
Damn, Daniel, back at it with the white fans.
He's abducting children again?
Read your line, Llytic.
Link to this is in the description, as always. I guess as soon as I start speaking, Control F and find the spot that I'm saying. As you can see, the place looked grungy and inhospitable. The music was a short looping of an ambient synthesizer song. Listening to it made me feel like I had sniffed some of the toxic fumes myself, and it was messing with my head the whole time. It felt like I was choking while playing this level.
What the fuck are those things?
They're
friends.
Birds?
And what the fuck is the black thing?
You can't just say that.
It's a bird?
No, it's like on the ground on four legs.
Yeah, it's on the ground on the other side. That's not a bird.
Yeah, no, I mean that's the closest thing that I nope, that's
most birds like walk on 4 legs where you're from, Tom?
Yeah, I mean
Tom, those aren't birds.
Oh. What are they then?
Tom? Tom?
What?
Please check outside your window right now. Don't make it look obvious, though.
Guys, something like that. There's a herd of them that's just watching where I'm living right now. Just watching.
Alright, okay. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to, I suggest pricking your thumb first, because you're going to want to get this blood somehow.
Okay.
You're going to want to, on your wall, on the closest wall to you, draw a rectangle.
Okay.
At the bottom of it, begin creating a barcode. It doesn't matter which pattern it is, but you're going to want to create a barcode.
Okay, yeah.
Above that, you're going to want to put the name of the nearest library to you, or the last one that you entered.
Okay.
And then you're going to want to sign your name right above the barcode.
Wait a minute.
Then slap it with your palm.
Llytic, are you trying to get me to sell my soul to the librarian again?
I'm not getting you to sell your soul. I'm getting you to get her there to chase them off.
Okay. And then...
It's a summoning signet, not a soul-selling signet.
Okay. There we go. Okay, there.
Then say, I would like to check out a book, please.
I would like to check out a book, please.
You called?
Where the fuck am I?
Okay.
Whose house is that?
Hi.
What is she doing here? What?
There are monsters.
Who are you?
There are monsters outside my window.
Hello, Tom.
Hi.
Oh. What? Who is this young woman?
Oh, yeah.
Is she in your room?
Ichi-Tan. This is an eldritch god we discovered at one point in time, or she discovered us. I don't know which one it was.
So,
you may call me the librarian, dear.
You may call me big titty goth girlfriend.
I noticed. Alright, so you just want me to chase off those things, eh?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Alright, give me some time.
Okay, I'm recording and she's gone. All right. It always unsettles me whenever I see her. Like, I mean, she's one of those people that I like, but at the same time, her appearance is just so off-putting. You know, like, I mean, no
Is
offense
part
to
of
her.
it the fact that her mouth extends past her face?
That's one of those things. You know, I think it's kind of the whole.
I thought those were elf ears at first, but no, that's the corner of her mouth.
Oh my god.
It's like a gulper eel.
Okay, that makes it a little more normal than what I was thinking. Okay, yeah, no.
I think it's like the 72 eyes that kind of unnerves me.
Yeah, no, there's that one big.
It was
blue
the
one
shoes
that's
for me.
always-
The shoes?
Yeah.
Which pair?
The green ones.
Oh, the Nike.
Oh.
Got it, yeah. I don't think
I
they make
kind
every
of
time.
prefer those to the Crocs. Those are on like the back left pair.
Hey, fuck you. Crocs are comfortable. They're ugly, but they're comfortable.
Also, did you notice that one of her hands has like 9 fingers? None of the rest do.
No, I didn't.
That's her card catalog hand. You know, you gotta have those extra fingers to shift through all the cards.
No, that makes sense.
Oh,
makes sense.
is that how she like goes through the Dewey Decimal System and all that?
Yep.
Probably. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. Okay, that makes
I
sense.
didn't know that.
Yeah, no. The one thing that really fixates on me is that one big blue eye that always seems to stare at you no matter what angle she's at. Have you noticed that one?
It's really weird when you're directly behind her because it's on the front.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I try to remain in her sight because
Yeah.
Anyway, let's read.
This has been like the weirdest bit we've ever had.
It's the longest running one too.
I wasn't meaning like the librarian in general. I just meant that specific one.
Yeah, no. She comes in many forms.
God.
The enemies all seem to be mutated to some degree. In the above screenshot, you can see green mummies with bird skulls that jump out of the waist to spit projectiles. Oh, so it's some mummy shit. Okay. There's also a brownish cow skeleton monster with spider legs. Oh my god.
It kind of looks like a cow skull.
She's like impaling one of them. That's really fucking cool.
Wow.
I think it's the leader of the herd or pack. Okay, yep, the other ones are scattering now, it looks like. Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna describe that because I want to keep this as kid friendly as we can get here. Yeah.
Oh
wow.
Shit.
You know.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're there too.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go back.
Meet Ichi-Tan.
What?
Ichi-Tan meet Tom.
Yeah. What's up?
I didn't know bones could bleed like that. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but
I'm just gonna go chill under your bed. This is getting a little too graphic for me.
Yeah, I know. There's a thing of whiskey under there if you need that.
Cool, thanks.
If you hear a wet thump against your window, just ignore that.
Yeah. Hopefully it won't pick up on the recording, but we'll see. Closing the blinds. I really do appreciate her help. I really do.
Yeah, I didn't have to sell anyone's soul this time.
As far as we know.
This time.
Yeah.
Good thing I collected all those firstborns.
Oh.
Llytic, what did I tell you about that?
Hey, old habits die hard. It was my first job, contract making and all that shit, and you slipped that in, they never notice.
Okay.
They never notice that line.
Okay. Fine.
No, they do. They just choose to not ignore it, and then when they get caught, they go and blame it on you because they don't want to admit that they willingly signed away their child.
I mean, usually I give the kid to like some fey family that can't get a kid, but sometimes the kid's a dick.
Yeah. Kids are assholes.
So usually I put them up for adoption. Usually. They're in like the fairy mounds or some shit, you know.
Just as long as you don't give it to those things that eat babies is like a delicacy. Or
So, is this...
Well, yeah, I'm not giving him to fucking Kuka.
Oof.
halfway is the line you're looking for,
Yeah.
Ichi-Tan.
Yeah, I was just waiting. Alright, so halfway through the level, I saw one of the deer from the forest. It was alone, and when I saw it, it was drinking toxic waste out of a barrel with an anteater-like tongue.
I don't
Kinky.
think that's healthy.
Wait. I was moving over to try and make it stop, but then this flock of skullbirds came out of nowhere and started attacking.
Yes, the skull birds, one of the few types of birds that I actively dislike.
I think I came across those when I went to Australia.
I came across one in an alley at one point in time, and then I just I don't know what happened, but the next thing I knew, I woke up like lying in a pile of garbage, and there was like bone fragments scattered across the floor. It was weird.
At least I think it was Australia. I might have taken a wrong turn somewhere.
You should have taken the left turn at Albuquerque, not the right turn.
That's how I ended up in the Dreamlands.
Yeah, that's a mistake that you can make.
There was this dude dressed in all yellow who was like, I don't know. I kind of tuned out.
You saw the yellow man?
Yeah,
Something about time being a flat circle. I don't know.
It's best you ignore him.
I mean, he's not wrong about the time thing, but
well, no, he's not.
No, it's best that you ignore him, or else the next thing you know, it's going to be like 2052, and you're an old man, and you don't know what the fuck's happened.
You act as though I'm capable of aging.
And one time that happened to me, it took ages to figure out how to get back to where I am now.
How many souls?
It didn't take souls, dude. I'm the time player, remember?
Right. Anyway.
The deer was scared by this and ended up running off the ground into the toxic waste. I feel bad for it. One of the birds hit me, but I regained health quick from killing all of them. They were rather weak.
He's running off of the toxic waste? You fool! He's surrounded by food!
Let's see. I pressed onward. Of all the levels in entropy, this was probably the most normal, in that there was little deviance from the move forward smash things formula in the original game.
I mean, the moon's kind of weird, but
what the fuck are those little creepy crawly thingies?
The one that looks like a decapitated Cthulhu, or the thing with the teeth?
Both.
I don't know.
They're monsters, I guess. Yeah.
I encountered more creatures through the level, like tentacle blobs. Fun. And some kind of deformed thing with human-like teeth. I didn't feel like provoking them into a fight, so I kept on flying near the top of the screen. I had to deal with the occasional flock of birds every now. I still had to deal with the occasional flock of birds every now and then. What the fuck?
That thing is cool looking.
It looks like one of them graboids from Trimmers.
It really does.
But with eyes.
Yeah.
And like a longer beak, I feel like.
Oh fuck! Did you guys hear about like the sci-fi series that was that like happened for like I think it was like a single season?
Was it like a continuation of Kevin Bacon? Or
no. That was a thing that was mentioned a while back, but never happened.
I'm sad.
But basically, like the whole thing wasn't bad. The issue though is that for some reason, all the episodes were aired out of order.
Oh wow.
Which resulted in it getting poor ratings on TV because you tune in and be like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah. That's
because none of the episodes line up with each other, and so it never got renewed.
Yeah.
We also almost got like a Thing series on Sci-Fi, and one of the plot points would have involved learning how to beat the blood test. Which is terrifying. The main issue, though, is that there wasn't. They were having issues like getting a budget big enough for it because of like all the effects that you need to do for that.
Yeah, no, that's usually the problem with a lot of like television series is they don't have a huge budget for special effects.
Yeah, especially with something like The Thing, which would have to be very FX heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, your line.
Okay, is it at the end of the level?
Yep.
At the end of the level was a large bluish-green lake, and there I encountered another mini-boss. Some kind of a monster with a long neck and a whale's skull. Oh, that's what that is. It
Yeah,
attacks
that
with
looks about right.
it attacks with a mouth projectile and by charging into you. It could also go underneath the water and rapidly emerge from a different place. Oh, one of those bosses. Those are annoying.
Oh yeah, I hate those.
It was
Easy?
harder. Yeah, it was harder to beat than the boss from the time warp, and it had a lot of health because it must have taken me 3 minutes to defeat it. It let
Jeez.
out a really loud noise when it died, and then sank back into the water as I left the screen.
Wow.
I'm just imagining like Dory's whale noises as it but like turned up to ear rape levels and then just it goes under the water. Yeah.
You alright?
Yeah, no, it just I was like, I think I know what you were doing, but it kind of cut out for me. So
That happens with sustained noises.
yeah.
Because one of the other things is, I think I've done this before, I can do the noise from The Grudge,
Okay.
but it always cuts out partway through. Like, it fucking cut out there. I don't know if you could hear that, but...
It
I
did not
heard-
cut out for me.
I heard the first part of it, and I don't know how long you held it out.
I saw that it cut out, like, partway through when I did it. Like, it suddenly turned, like, the icon thing turned dim. This is like, it's whenever it slightly changes with the noise is whenever it'll come back in, because it thinks it's background noise.
Yeah.
If it's sustained like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I can do, like, the fucking noise from The Grudge. It's a completely useless skill.
It's a fun skill.
Yep. Particularly if anyone's seen The Grudge. Just dark room, start doing that.
Work at a haunted house.
I'd love to. I would fucking love to. The only issue is the possibility of getting fucking punched.
True.
That is a thing that some people at haunted houses have to deal with.
Yeah, no,
Because
Well,
there are
it is
people
something that
who
they
go to
do-
fucking haunted houses who don't understand that you're not supposed to touch the performers.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
I have never been like touched by a performer, but
Right.
when I was still dating my really abusive ex, like all those years ago,
Yeah.
we went to the local haunted house, sort of like
Yeah.
walk through amusement park thingy.
Yeah.
And we ended up running into a couple of our coworkers from the job that me and him were both working at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they had all apparently been to the bar or something before coming there.
Yeah.
And so one of the guys was obviously very, very drunk.
Oh boy. Yes,
And one of the performers didn't realize that he was drunk. They just thought that he was easily scarable. So they kind of told everybody else that he was easily scarable. And then he got scared. And
Yeah.
his reaction was to punch me in the face
okay.
and jump into my
Punch
boyfriend's
you?
arm. Yeah, he punched me in the face and then jumped into my
Why?
ex-boyfriend's arms.
But why you?
Why did he punch you?
I was the closest person to him, apparently.
What?
That's not.
I don't know.
Someone scares you and you punch the 5-foot woman next to you?
Yeah,
What?
because they popped up in front of us a couple feet down the road with one of the fake chainsaws, and he freaked and his
Yeah.
arm swung out and he like clocked me in the face, knocked me down, and like fucking Scooby-Dooed up into my boyfriend's arms.
Fucking hell. But,
Let's just Scooby Doo.
you fucking punched Velma.
Yeah.
Like Scooby just clapped Velma.
Yeah, pretty much. And
Rory Raggy, don't apologize to me, Scoop. Apologize to Velma.
which let's just preface that with that. Like, I got a free T-shirt
Yeah.
from the place because the worker felt really, really bad that they caused that to happen. So
I need to check
I
and see
got
if
a
I made sure to lock my door.
Just
I
to,
got a I got a black eye and a free T-shirt. So
and probably a note saying, "Please don't sue us."
But yeah,
I mean,
like
technically,
oh,
I
sorry.
could not have because it wasn't
It wasn't their fault. It was his.
their fault. Yeah.
yeah, I get you.
But yeah, like I fucking love to work at a haunted house. It's just the fact that some people like decide they need to like mess with the performers.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Okay, I'm gonna read my line. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, which at the one like where I live, like if you mess with the performers, like touch them, do anything like that, like
Yeah.
you will get kicked out and get a lifetime ban.
Oh yeah. All right.
Good way to deal with it.
Back on the board, I went to the nearest icon I hadn't seen yet, which was a white tree. As I guessed, the level was a winter-themed recolor of the forest stage. Hi, Cody. You just stuck your nose in the back of my knee in a dark room where I couldn't see you.
Good, Cody.
That's actually a cool looking forest right there. But then again,
Oh yeah.
like just frost covered trees. It's just a really cool aesthetic, in my opinion.
There's a reason one of my favorite trees is birch.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't lock the fucking door. Okay.
Yep. That's on you, dude.
Yeah, I know.
But unlike sorry.
Sorry, no, it was just that whole thing of like my brain was like, wait, did I make sure? Why are you sticking your nose in the back of my knee?
Oh my god, what is that?
I saw this. Okay, you don't need to follow me so closely, boy.
Yes, he does.
SpongeBob, me boy.
Sponge boy, me Bob.
Don't worry, boy, I'll get your toy. Or don't worry. No, wait, don't worry, toy, I'll get your kid.
But unlike the regular forest, I didn't feel unnerved starting this one. I think the music had a lot to do with it. It was a gentle, calm song. It almost sounded romantic. Oh, that's sweet. It was quite stress relieving, and the forest itself looked much less ominous covered in snow. Oh, it's gonna go bad, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Let's see.
It's actually ash.
I traveled through the first segment, enjoying the atmosphere for 4 minutes, when suddenly I realized something. I hadn't seen a single creature since I started the level. Where are all the animals? Soon after, I left the screen and the next segment started.
Oh, sorry, I'm trying to take a photo. Why is my flash not on?
Just
Why was my flash not on? It's literally just like a fucking... Okay, I need to figure out... Okay. Nope. That should be under settings. I have the dog right next to me. I wanted to take a picture of him, but for some reason... Okay, I guess I'll just turn on the flashlight. Nope, I can't turn it on while I have the camera open.
Never mind then.
Okay, there we go. Flash auto. Holy shit, that's just the armrest. He is directly under the armrest. There we go. Sorry about momentarily blinding you. He is laying on my foot.
Oh, that's sweet.
Wow, my arm is like really fucking brown in that picture. Anyway, let's see. In the second segment, that's my line, right?
Uh-huh.
I was still in the winter forest, but now the music was gone. Oh. I was starting to feel suspicious, but then I reminded myself that there were other empty levels in the game, and this was very likely another one of those.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't
yeah,
be
my
suspicious.
arm is really fucking brown in that picture. Like, especially next to my leg. You can see my fucking leg. I need to fucking shave my legs. Fucking hell.
Dog.
Yes, dog. Please let the dog distract from my hairy ass legs.
Holy shit, I didn't realize that your legs were in the don't know until you
One
made
of
a
'em
comment
is-
about it. Yeah, I didn't realize
You
that.
can see, like, how
Look,
fucking
I
thick.
was focused.
You've never seen me in shorts without tights under them.
I was just focused on the puppy.
Oh yeah, like I said, let the dog distract you, cause fucking hell, that is a thick layer. Anyway, Tom.
Yes. But then I heard something familiar. It was a 12-second loopy music from Unforgiving Cold starting up. I could feel my heart sink as I came across this horrible sight.
What the fuck?
Holy shit! They're all.
That is.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
That's actually kind of disheartening.
That's morbid and scary. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh. They're just.
I don't like how that makes me feel.
They're just laying there. It's like. Oh no.
What's wrong with this picture? I'm in this picture and I don't want to be. Logging out. Well, why'd you suddenly jump up? Did you twitch awake? Is that what you did? You were falling asleep using my foot as a pillow and then you twitched awake?
Yeah, that's totally what it was. He didn't just hear me at all.
So you went immediately from Tom's place to mine?
Oh god, she found the teleporter.
Don't look out your window, Tom.
I'm not. I haven't been, and there have been some very interesting sounds coming from there. But
yeah, like I said, I mean, you hear that meaty slap.
Yeah, no, I don't want to look out because I don't want my eyes to start bleeding because that happened once when I looked out my window and I shouldn't have. That wasn't a fun experience.
That sounded kind of like it fucking shook your wall a bit.
Yes, but it's hard to explain, honestly, because it's like wind, but it's not wind. I don't know if that's just force of aura, but I don't know.
Yeah. You just kind of have like the fucking menacing text popping up.
Probably, yeah.
She's done that sometimes. Words start appearing in the air. I don't like it.
Oh, you think that's bad? I saw some words that appeared in the air that I wasn't able to understand at first, and then the longer they went, the more I was able to understand. And I know they weren't written in English, so I stopped looking at them because if I kept looking, I probably would have gone more crazy than I already am.
The worst ones are the ones where you look at them and it just kind of causes pain.
No, those I can handle. It's just.
It depends. When it starts getting to full sentences, it feels like your innards are being ripped out.
I mean, even so, it's like that is less of an issue than just like my mind being torn apart, you know? Like I can stand physical pain, but just the whole mental thing, it's like you can't like touch it or anything to make it go away. It just presses in on you.
I guess with the mind thing, I've been there, done that.
And yeah. No, I guess we have different strengths and weaknesses then.
Anyway.
Let's keep reading this.
Ichi-Tan.
What?
It's your
line.
What's my line?
It was
a whole group.
No, that wasn't my line, was it?
Yeah.
I read
Tom read the previous one about his heart sinking.
Oh, yeah. It was a whole group of dead deer creatures covered in snow. Judging from the blackish blue tone of their skin, they must have all frozen to death. On closer inspection, some were missing body parts. Now I was frightened, but I had to keep going.
For exiting the level, I was really hoping to see something resembling the previous forest animals in a living state. Sure enough, I did.
Oh. It was a creature much like the beaked sloth, except this thing had white fur and it was more of a beaked gorilla. It was walking very slowly when I saw it, but I was happy to at least see something alive. However, it didn't stay that way for long. Oh!
I'm pretty sure that's that weird ape thing from, like, one of the After Man books.
The raptors aren't Nice.
Snow
Not
raptors.
generally. My experience, they don't tend to be. Someone's line.
It's Ichi-Tan's line.
I got you.
Is it already my line again?
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn.
We're actually staying on track, which is amazing.
A pack
Weird.
of raptors who must have sensed that something else was still alive came rushing in from the right side of the screen. The beaked gorilla didn't stand a chance as one of the raptors immediately lunged at it and ripped open its back legs.
Oh no.
Oh. These winter raptors acted different from their temperate relatives. While the other raptors only attacked while hunting prey or when provoked, the winter raptors seemed to have all gone insane. They attacked everything in sight. One was running back and forth, clawing at nothing. Even the noises they made sounded different, more high-pitched and enraged.
As I left this second segment, I even saw two raptors fighting to the death. They were both covered in injuries, and one of the raptors had been blinded in one eye. I took a screenshot, but I didn't stay to see who won the fight.
This thing. This is what I was referencing.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Ew.
I think that's for Man After Man, or is it just After Man? It's one of the two. Which he did another one between the two called, I believe, The New Dinosaurs, which was an idea of like speculative evolution of like if the dinosaurs hadn't gone extinct.
Interesting.
But After Man was kind of loosely adapted. Not the same like canonicity. They even chose different time periods and shit like that. For The Future is Wild. If you remember that.
I don't, unfortunately.
It was like one of those mockumentaries, but instead of like looking at like dinosaurs and shit like that, it was ideas of creatures in the future.
Okay.
One of the things, like later on, like mammals go extinct and the dominant life form becomes cephalopods. And so there's a tree-dwelling like octopus called a squibbin.
Okay, that's really fun. I like that.
As well as this like massive elephant-sized like land-dwelling squid thing.
That's kind of terrifying.
As well as a turtle that is larger than any land mammal has ever previously been for some reason. I don't understand that.
Because
Also the
turtles are
flesh.
Because turtles are the superior life form.
Also there were flish. Flish were a thing. Those were kind of terrifying because they had jaws that could shoot out from their face.
So
and
like
they flew.
Flying goblin sharks.
Like if you ever Google "The Future is Wild," that like one of those flish will be the first thing you see.
I'm actually looking this up just because I am interested. Images. Oh, that's horrifying.
You saw the flish?
Yep. I love it.
Yep. Ooh, collector's figures. The Mega Squid, that's what it was called. There was a manga adaptation of it.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Right.
As well as I think there was also like a small like stop motion thing based on the books.
Huh. Interesting.
Anyway.
Who's like?
Who mentioned the thing of leaving the Raptors to fight to the death?
I think that was me.
Was it you or Ichi-Tan?
It was me, I believe.
Yeah, because I did the previous thing of them going fucking insane.
And then y'all went off on a tangent, so I just kind of waited.
Yeah,
I was thinking about Flish.
Yeah, I'm tired, so my mind's starting to wander.
Yeah.
See, I only had to get through one more segment before I could go back to the board screen. But in this segment, I was no longer in the winter forest, but instead a very empty grassy plain with a bright gray moon in the sky. The pleasant music of Winter Forest Part 1 had returned.
Okay, that's actually really pretty, not gonna lie.
Oh, yeah.
I've always loved like night stages on old like Nintendo Entertainment System and other like 8-bit games. Like there's just something about it that's just gorgeous to me.
Oh, okay.
Oh damn, those things are kind of terrifying.
And immediately I started to feel dread. It's going to sound crazy, but it's the absolute truth. The game made this level from one of my memories.
Oh no. After
Oh
a
boy.
after a long stretch of nothing, I reached a lake, and then the moon moved down from the sky and began to hatch like an egg. When it did, a curled up humanoid figure fell into the lake as the moon halves quickly disintegrated. Oh god, this
Oh,
is like a
Jesus fuck.
fucking Orphan of Kos thing.
What the fuck?
Oh, okay.
Is that a nose? Like that thing up top? Is that like a human nose and it just stretches out into that? Is that
I
that's what it looks like?
What if it's a brow ridge?
It looks like it looks more
Okay,
like maybe like a brow ridge, but
but here's
still.
the more horrifying possibility. Body horror wise, it's a nose.
Yeah,
You know,
no.
kind of how like the
Yeah,
new
no, I
design
can.
for like the Nemesis from Resident Evil, there's very obviously a sideways nose on its face.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from that. Yeah. Uh,
Which I need to find that because that was a thing I noticed during the game. It was just kind of like, oh, I hate that.
That's a mood.
Ichi-Tan.
He has like a fucking sideways nose on his face.
Oh hey. There you go.
Sorry, it's just,
Sorry. Alright. And thus I was introduced to a monster I call the Moon Beast. This was the only screenshot I took as I was focusing all my concentration on winning the fight. And it was the most difficult fight yet. Stronger than any of the previous bosses, this creature would have been hard to take down with Godzilla, and with Mothra it seemed nearly impossible.
So this is the
yikes,
Dark Souls of Godzilla games. Got it.
I guess. But yeah, Tom. Like if you open up that image though,
Yeah,
like
no, I'm looking at it.
you see it. You see it, right?
Yeah, no, that's one of the things that I think they did well in the Resident Evil movies. Like the movies were terrible, but the
Oh yeah.
makeup effects were pretty good. And like one of the things about the Nemesis in the movies, it's like they made it look like the face had been like malformed and like just dragged
Yeah.
across and stretched and different things. So
Well, yeah, like in the original, like Resident Evil 3, like it was low poly, so you couldn't get like the same detail now. Like
yeah,
this one, like that fucking detail, and like again, the nose specifically gets me because that is such a specific thing to add,
Mhm.
and it makes me uncomfortable. Why do
Yeah.
you want to shake my hand?
Llytic, pet me, please.
Literally, like my hand's down there, and he'll just like hug and like whoop, just slap his paw into my hand.
That's adorable.
Is it? What are
So,
you doing?
um,
He just did it again.
so like, I absolutely love my cat. She's like the best
Yeah.
fucking thing in the world. Like I had a bad day at work. I
Yeah.
came home and she just immediately knew that like I had a bad day. It was all like, "Here, mom, love me. I have all the purrs for you." You
Oh,
know, and being all sweet, and I picked
Aw.
her up and I'm just loving on her. But
Yeah.
then something in her little crackhead kitty brain was like,
Yeah.
whenever I'm like really stressed or upset, I'll start baking.
Yeah.
So I was
Ah.
like, I'm gonna make brownies from scratch. Never done this before.
Yeah.
I want to try it. I got the stuff to do it.
Yeah.
Let's do this. And I'm in the kitchen trying to make motherfucking brownies. And this little motherfucker decided I wasn't giving her enough attention because she just decided that even though I told her I was like, okay, I feel better now. I'm gonna do this other thing. Like, why don't you go do cat stuff? She just apparently decided that no, that was like not enough. And so was in the kitchen bothering me, and like she kept like she would sit on her hind legs and then wrap her forearms around my leg and just like hug my leg.
Aw.
so cute.
And I'm like, what are you doing? And she would just sit there and she would like purr and rub her face against my leg. And so I'd reach down and
Yeah.
I'd pat her head and stuff. And then I'd just go back to what I was doing. And apparently, like, I wasn't allowed to like just not pat her head and acknowledge that she was there comforting me. Cause then she just turned around. She's like, oh, you're not going to pay attention to me? Chomp. Right into my calf. And I was like, what the fuck?
Wow. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah,
All
that's one of those things. Cats are just weird like that, but God, you gotta love them.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I suppose, dude. I suppose I would consider myself fortunate that the beast lacked any attacks like Gigan's Saw, because if it had, I would have never won this. I'd barely 3 bars of health, and when I finally killed this abomination.
But what happened afterward is hardly what I could call a reward. Yeah, so I'm gonna go off on a tangent here. There's the picture. I just sent a picture to chat. That is a picture of my cat who stays in my parents' house. He loves boxes. But one of the things that's really funny is my mom will wake up early in the morning to feed all 3 of the cats canned cat food because it's just kind of a thing that she does. And
it's their breakfast.
Yeah, and sometimes when I'm over there, my mom will be like, "I don't feel like getting up this early," and she usually tells Whiskers, that's the black cat's name. She's like, "Leave me alone, cat. I'm not gonna feed you right now." So his next bet is to come bother me, which is really funny because like I'll just be like half asleep and I'll just hear this, and I'll look and he's like 2 inches from my face, and it's like, "What are you doing, cat?" And like if I don't get up and feed him like he wants me to, he'll just start like pawing my face, and if that doesn't work, he'll pull out one claw and just go and just kind of poke me, and it's like, dude, wait for mom to get up, you fat cat. She's gonna be up in another couple hours.
It's like you have the warning poke. Don't make me like no. See, you got the warning poke. Mm-hmm. That's just the warning poke. It's like don't make me do the poke. But no, that just reminds me of my grandparents' cat. So growing up, my grandparents had a cat named Jasmine, and she was this beautiful like gray short hair. And like literally could not eat vanilla ice cream around that cat without giving her some, because if I did not give her some, she would shove her face in the bowl and try to like chomp down as much of it as she could and give herself a brain freeze. And then act like it was my fault she gave herself a fucking brain freeze.
This is on you, if you'd just given me some earlier.
Pretty much.
Fucking cats.
The other thing is like she would like to sleep with you in bed and like to sleep under the covers. But don't you dare close the bedroom door. Because if you close the bedroom door, then you'll be waken up by a cat sitting on your chest with her forehead pressed against yours and meow. And if you ignore that, then guess what? You got a face slap full claws.
Oh, gee. Yeah. The princess demands attention.
Oh, yeah. We had that cat. That cat made it to 18 years of age before she finally.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
She lived a long and happy life, it sounds like.
Like I said, almost 18 years. Let's see. Because, actually, no. My grandparents had gotten her when she was already like two-ish years old. And then we ended up having to, because like, I think she'd gotten really, really old, and I think she'd gotten feline AIDS. Or feline HIV or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
FIV?
Yeah, I think so. And she let's see, my grandparents had gotten her when she was about two-ish years old, like, and that was around the time that I was like 1 or 2. So yeah, we pretty much had her like my entire life, and I think we ended up having to finally like put her down when I was like around like 16 or 17. So like we had that cat like my entire life. Like pretty much like my entire life at that point, and yeah.
I just looked it up. It is FIV, feline immunodeficiency virus. Yeah. Yikes.
Yeah. She was a great cat, though.
Sounds like.
Okay, yeah, it is in the same group. It's a lentivirus, which also includes the HIV. Okay.
Now that we're done with that tangent.
Said his line, but kind of trailed off.
Oh, yeah,
Are
yeah,
you
yeah.
okay? Because
Alright,
I
here we go.
almost got your eye, bud.
Oh, man. Where's this about to go?
I was scratching him, and he suddenly like jerked upwards, and my thumb got right next to his eye.
Oh, poor baby.
Are you okay, bud?
Alright. So, I don't know where this story's about to go, but what I have to read is making me concerned.
Uh-oh.
I've looked a
I've been
little
trying to
ahead.
keep my promise and suppress this memory for years. But it seems as if I have to get it off my chest. This is a very painful memory for me. But the game already knows. What the
Yikes.
fuck? The game.
It
Oh man!
mentioned
Now,
that it seemed to be
now.
drawing from his memories, which is very fucking.
Yeah, this is making me uncomfortable now. Now I'm starting
Which
to get
I guess
uncomfortable.
means it's doing its job.
Right? Knows about it, and I think you should too. I'll just tell you the important parts because I don't like bringing this experience back into my head unless I have to.
See, in high school, I had a fedora phase. I guess prerequisite joke before getting into this. Anyway, back when I was in middle school, I had a girlfriend named Melissa. She suffered some kind of mental disorder that would cause her to go into episodes.
Dear readers, what we are about to read is going to be intense, and just remember, this is fiction, so...
This is going to be uncomfortable, so I guess you
Trigger
have
warning.
been warned. Trigger warning, if you're the kind of person who bitches about trigger warnings being put in, go fuck yourself.
When she was in an episode, she would stand or sit perfectly straight and still, and her face would instantly lose any expressions she had before. She would speak very clearly without any hint of emotion. When it was over, she would start trembling and sometimes bury her face in her hands and remain silent for several minutes. I can't really convey the feeling it gave me in words, and I won't try. You had to see this in person to understand.
Oof.
Okay, my immediate thought with that is that that's some form of seizure.
Mm,
I'm
it sounds more like a dissociative break.
It might also be that, like, my reason I thought that, like, sometimes there are, like, those where they end up just going stock still instead of, like...
Instead of, like, the whole, like, convulsion
shaking
and stuff.
Yeah. Like, depends on the seizure. But, like, the fact that she, like, suddenly felt the need to, like, I mean, suddenly started trembling and burying her face in her hands. Yeah, that is possible, like, dissociative break, too. I've never had a full dissociative break. I've just had, like, sudden moments of, like, dissociation. Not fun. I remember one case specifically where I was at work doing something and suddenly had this moment of, whose fucking arms are these?
Those are always fun moments.
Yeah, I was like using my hands and just had this moment, whose fucking arms are these? And that moment of realization, and I just like jumped back and was like, oh my god. Like, I needed a minute, because it was just like, that was a horrible feeling. Like, and I laughed about it afterwards, because, yeah, it was just like, funny in the way of like, it was kind of a ridiculous moment, but it was still just, it kind of scared me. Just that sudden, like, moment of, this is not my body.
Oh, I've had moments like that when I've just been staring into the mirror, blank, and it's like, who is this? What are they doing here?
Honestly, anytime I'm looking in the mirror, it's less dissociate. I don't know if it's quite dissociation, but I always have that thing of, like, I'm expecting my reflection to move independent of me. That might just be paranoia.
That
or
could
anxiety.
It's like, probably paranoia, honestly.
Like, I don't want to say that it's like any actual like paranoid disorder, but that like.
Well, you can feel paranoid without having a disorder.
Yeah, I know. Like, that's why I wasn't like wanting to say though that it was paranoia, because I didn't want to make it feel like I was saying I had a paranoid, like some sort of paranoid disorder. Because I don't think I do.
Still possible. Ichi-Tan, it's your line.
Yep. Let's see. But despite this, she was a very kind person, and I cared about her dearly. We liked to hang out in a field at night and look at the stars. But one night she didn't say anything to me at all. She just stared directly at the moon, trembling. I tried to talk to her, but she suddenly sprung up and ran right into traffic. I tried to stop her, but I was too late. She got hit by a truck and was killed that night.
Oh.
Eef.
Oh.
Oh
Here we
no.
go.
Oh fuck.
I looked right into her eye, and I looked her right in the eyes when the wheels went over her neck. The sight has always haunted me.
I know that the game knows about this because after I defeated the Moonbeam,
Oh my god.
this happened. Well, let's describe these pictures, shall we? I'm going to describe them if that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you.
This one,
Oh.
the first picture has
Ah!
a black background with red text that says Melissa. Next one, same black background and same red text. Kill yourself. And then the next few pictures are the same black background with red text with kill repeated over and over until it's distorted and just looks like something
Overlapping.
And then in the final
It's the-
picture,
It's the red creature.
there's the face of the red creature. And that's the
I
end.
almost actually made that like my picture in chat to fuck with y'all, and then I found that other one. So I'm
hate
glad I didn't
that.
use that one because holy fuck.
Yep, this
In context, that is fucking like
that's
like up
this
till
is-
now, like it's been a whole thing. Like this has been like it's been all right. That
Oh, I just felt the back of my neck prickle. That was
like full chill up spine. Like there's something in here I don't like it. Like that fucking.
Okay, so author of this creepypasta, fucking done, dude.
Cosbydaf, I believe.
Yeah, well fucking done. Like it takes
That-
a lot to get me to feel a lot of things like that when it comes to horror stuff, which is one of the reasons why I'm not the biggest fan of it.
Fuck.
But that just hit me really, really hard and like in the best way possible.
Like part of that wasn't even like full of horror thing for me. That was just like fucking emotional. Like
I am so like upset about this right now that like I'm starting to when I get overwhelmed with certain things, like I start to stim. And so right now I'm just like shaking the shit out of my right hand because I don't know how to process this.
yeah.
You all right
Fucking
there?
hell.
Yeah, fine.
You-
I just
you
take me
okay?
it just take me a second. But ooh.
That fucking.
Okay,
Because
there
I
we
was
go.
like,
Okay,
I remember
okay,
like I scrolled
y'all
slightly and I saw
imagine-
the Melissa thing, and it was like, wait, and then like down it was like that, and I was like, oh, that just fucking.
So the
Okay.
weird thing about it is when I actually do the handshaking thing, I will do it until I feel my wrist pop. If I can't, I won't stop
Oh.
until I feel my wrist pop. So my wrist finally popped. I'm good.
All right, so
Okay,
that's one
anyway.
of those things. Can you imagine what that would be like as like a GIF? Oh my god.
Ugh.
just a face just appearing slowly out of the red text.
Well, like that, like that's bad, but also just the whole idea of like fucking witnessing that live, because again, like that does have like emotional importance to the character.
Oh yeah.
Like, fucking imagine like that would be. I don't know how I'd go from there. I don't know how I'd go from there.
Morbid curiosity, perhaps?
Like, no, I just mean in general. Like, what the fuck do I do? Like, I would like, just like fucking lay down, just like I need a bit. Like,
Yeah.
fucking hell.
Mm-hmm. That's one of
And
those.
that, like, sorry.
No, that's just one of those things. Like, this is well written. This is very well written.
Yeah, this is. I understand why this one's a classic. This makes a lot more sense as a classic than fucking Jeff the Killer or Laughing Jack or any of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think we've already made our opinions on those ones clear in our episodes on those.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Anyway, that's where we're going to leave that because we have been going on for an hour and we have finished the chapter.
Yep. And it's rather late.
Yes. Yeah. Anyway, special thank you to our Patreons. Whoa, shit, that's the wrong one. Fucking got thrown off. Patrons. Special thanks to our patrons. Destiny Baird and Summer Moon Soldier. Meant to do those the other order. For supporting us on Patreon. If you like what we do and would like to support us, then consider going down to that link in the description and really any amount of money you want. There's different perks for different amounts. You know, usual Patreon stuff. As well as, usual YouTube bullshit.
Thanks for tuning in, y'all.
You've been on this platform.
Peace.
Yeah. Alrighty. Y'all